You've watched videos, read quotes, listened to advices, and then morning comes and nothing changes. The motivation you felt fades out by the time your alarm goes off, and you're back to the same version of yourself you were trying to leave behind. And if that's happened to you more than once, you already know the problem isn't that you don't want it bad enough. The problem is you've been collecting advice all the time, but advices are meant to be executed, not just heard. The second an advice stops at your head, it just becomes another thing you know instead of another thing you do, which means the gap in your life right now is between knowing and doing. And that gap doesn't close on its own, no matter how many more advices you take. Now in this video, I'm not going to give you another advice that you forget. I'm going to give you the blueprint to executing the advices that you take all the time. We are going to go through multiple shifts and steps that you need to take in order to execute the advices you take. So stay with me. Shift number 1, the breakdown. Here's the shift. You stop treating advice like the finish line and start treating it like raw material. Nobody executes an idea, people execute steps. So the first thing you do with any piece of advice is to break it down until it's small enough to act on today. For example, if the advice is to get disciplined, that's not an action, that's a feeling. But to do 10 push-ups before you check your phone in the morning, that's a step. So you should get the advice divided into actionable steps that you can do them daily, and the rest is just doing. Shift number 2, attachment. You attach the step to something that already happens without failing every single day. It can be brushing your teeth, making your coffee, sitting down at your desk, walking through your front door. Pick one of those, and the rule becomes simple. Right after that thing happens, you do the new step. So if the step is 10 push-ups, it's not 10 push-ups. Sometime in the morning, it's the second I finish brushing my teeth, I get on the floor and do 10 push-ups. That's it. That's the whole mechanic. You're using something your body already does on autopilot as the trigger, so you're not relying on memory or motivation to kick in. Shift number 3, shrinking. Third, you shrink the step until it's small enough that skipping it would be more difficult than doing it. So if the goal is to read more, the daily target isn't a chapter, it's one page. If the goal is to train, the target isn't a full workout, it's one set. The target has to be so small that on your worst day, you can still do it with ease. Shift number 4, tracking. You got to track your actions somewhere you'll actually see it. It can be a mark on a calendar, a note in your phone, a planner, something physical that shows you the chain you're building. Because once you see the streak of your actions done daily, you will get the momentum to push for better and more. And that's it. That's the blueprint. Take the advice, break it into multiple small steps, stack them onto something automatic, shrink it until it's impossible to fail, and track it where you can see it. Now here's what you do when this video ends. Pick one piece of advice you've been sitting on, turn it into steps you can finish daily, and just follow the steps I taught you. Don't wait for the perfect moment to come, because the perfect time never comes. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. We upload such videos weekly.